What up, guys? Another Adonis review. Today I will do the VR game Synapse, which is currently going for, I believe, $30 as a standard price for this game, which is not bad at all. It might actually be less, but it's cheap, is to say the best for it, which might be fair, might not be. So let's kind of go into it. Now, this game, plot-wise, it's pretty straightforward and simple. If you think Inception is simple, essentially you're like a agent of some sort, and you are tasked with going into someone's mind, which is something you can do in this world, and essentially you have to defeat these kind of figments of his imagination, which will manifest and you kill, basically to get to the, end of his mind, or to his deep subconscious. So you get these codes that he has buried within his mind that can set off nukes or something like that. And that's the long and short of the plot. And basically this game breaks down to, it's not even like a linear game or open world game of a sense. It's really just a kind of a waves game, where you have to go through like 8 to 10 waves that progressively get tougher and tougher as you go through. And then once you kind of beat the waves, the game's not, I guess, officially over at that point. You can go through the waves again, but they're tougher. So it is truly not a story game. Again, it is just a waves of enemies game plotted around a story. Now, typically I might not like that and would buy a game necessarily for that reason, but the way they do it is pretty well. The way they work in VR is very good, and it's just a fun game to play overall, especially if you're looking for a good playing VR 2 game. And especially with the fact that it's not too expensive, I think does make it worth the buy. So basically, how do you get through these waves of enemies that you face? With one hand, you are given the power of weaponry. They have pistol, machine gun, shotgun, and grenade launcher. And with the other hand, you're given the power of telekinesis. You can essentially throw people, or bombs, or cans, or rocks, what have you. And it's a pretty fun connection. You can, pick someone up and shoot at them while you're throwing them around, or throw other people. And essentially, you get upgrades to make your power stronger and more effective, to where you can become a killing machine in this dream world, which is what kind of makes the replay value higher in a game that I probably would never replay normally if it wasn't so much fun, especially with the VR. It has a very unique style as well. As you can see, it's a black and white style game with only certain things being really highlighted in vivid colors, which is a shame. I do think I would like it to be a full colored world, just because it is a very graphically impressive game. It does look good, and there are some scenes that are very nice to look at, so it wouldn't hurt my eyes if I got to see everything colored. But it still looks nice even with the black and white outline, so there's nothing wrong with that. The real negative is just, like I said, that it's the fact that you're playing a wave game that has a very one-note story. The story really just comes in the sense of someone talking to you as you get deeper inside the subconscious. There's not even like a final mini-boss battle or final boss battle at the very end of the center of the mind, which is a shame as well. Maybe they'll add that. I don't know if they're going to add on to this, but it seems like something that would make sense to be added on. But that's kind of a bummer too. But like I said, it is a good game. There is a lot of replay value in kind of getting these upgrades and just seeing how crazy you can fight back with, how much damage you can take and how risky you can make the run without dying. And as you get more powers, it does get funner. So it's one of those games that a lot of single player games I am quick to delete once I beat it. But I keep it and I try to play it, every day or so, just for like 30 minutes, just to have fun. Hop into it real quick. There's a lot of fun just to go back in real fast. Something you can show friends that will keep them entertained. It is connected with the eye sensors, so whatever your eyes are looking at is what you can grab with your powers, and it works pretty well. So it is a really good showcase to someone who doesn't have VR if you want to show them and have a kind of quick, cool thing to do. They also have a little thing right now that's broken. I don't know if they're going to fix it. As of right now, they have it where you can grab onto a cube and use your telekinesis to kind of throw the cube with yourself, which allows you to kind of float around the map and fly at your own control, which is, again, pretty well done. So all around, like I said, for the price you can get it at, especially since they're probably put it on sale, I think it's worth a buy and worth a play if you have a VR2. Like I said, I think $30 is the price of the game. It might be less, I can't remember. $30 does seem high for what you really get, but again, it's $30 isn't going to break your bank either. I would say this game is probably worth $15. It's kind of like that Cosmo Dread game or whatever. It really should be like $15, just a simple, get out type of game. So if you can get it for $15, I'd say that's definitely worth it. But again, $30 isn't too much, and I think you'll enjoy it for $30 regardless. So if that's the price you see it at, and you end up getting it and liking it, let me know. If you do pay $30 and you think it's not worth it because there's not that much story, I did tell you there's not that much story, but I think the fun, regardless, will make it worth the buy. So let me know what you think. Later, guys.